Okay.
Okay, I'm standing here with Gerrie Baumgart, who's quite famous as a fencing, an international épée referee and a national épée referee, but of course her roots go back way farther. Let's talk roots. Where'd you start fencing?
In Colorado, actually.
You're kidding.
Not.
She's from New York, of course. So who started you?
I had two very small children. We moved to Colorado, didn't know a soul. I was going ballistic out in the middle of nowhere with no car, nobody to talk to. I looked in the mirror and said, "You are the most boring person you know. You better do something about it." So a neighbor of mine said, "Oh, I go to these classes on Tuesday morning. They have nursery for the kids." I said, "Oh God, that sounds good." So I went. And one of the classes that I took was an exercise class, being taught by a fencing person.
Who was it?
Her name was, goodness, Liz. Oh, I don't know if I can come up with the last name. That's a day or two ago.
Liz.
Yep.
And then what happened?
Oh, and then we decided that of this 2-hour exercise class, we'd take the last half an hour for fencing, because I made a mistake. She said, "Oh, I do fencing." And he said, "I've always wanted to do that." 3 weeks later, after 2 half-hour fencing classes, she called me one Sunday morning and said, "We're having a fencing competition today. Would you like to come?" And I said, "Oh, that sounds so fun. Yes, I'd love to." She said, "Well, not as a spectator." I said, "What are you talking about, you crazy woman?" And she said, "We're fencing team today, and one of my teammates is quite ill and can't come, and I thought maybe you'd like to fill in."
After your 2 little classes?
Yes. So after a great deal of conversation, arm twisting, bribery, and a few other unmentionable things, I went to the tournament in a pair of white pants, white tennis shoes, and a white t-shirt. They dressed me from there and all this really weird stuff.
Right.
And I said, "Okay, now what do I do?" They said, "See that strip over there?" And I said, "No." What's that? And she said, "Okay, see where that's laid out on the floor?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, there's going to be a person down at the other end." I said, "Oh, that's nice. Now what?" She said, "You go hit him." I said, "Okay, I can do that." So, at the end of that particular day, at the end of the tournament, the weirdest thing in the world happened. I won 3 bouts. How or why, I have no clue in this world, other than the fact that I'm tall. They said, "Go hit her," and I said, "Okay," and I did. And that was the start of my fencing career.
Who gave you lessons? Where did you go to?
God, I had lessons from a local person. His name was Alec Davidonis. I had lessons from Nick Toth. I had lessons from...
What did Nick Toth give you? What was he like?
Very European. The lessons were structured. And at the beginning, I needed that kind of structure because I didn't know what I was doing with anything.
Was this foil?
Yeah, of course. Did I have a choice?
Just checking.
Not.
Just checking.
So
after Nick Toth,
after Nick Toth, I had skip shirts.
Skip shirts.
Yeah.
Sometimes known as Sewell shirts.
At
1956 Olympian.
Yep.
National champion in foil and épée.
Yep.
So Skip Shirts, what was he like to take lessons?
Fierce. He fenced with us after our lessons were over.
In Colorado?
Oh yeah. And beautiful hand. I can still do some of the handwork, that he taught. But fierce competitor, even in those days. And if you didn't bring your A game, you'd get whooped someday. Yeah.
And then where did you get it?
Oh, and then my next adventure was Claude Coat.
Really? That's all very, unfortunately, a horrible ending to that story.
Well, there is that, yes.
What was he like for you, Claude Coat? What did he give you?
A feel for foil, more than I had had before, because foil was not my favorite thing in this world.
And was Claude also in Colorado?
Oh, of course.
This is before he went to Rice
house.
or anything?
Living in my house, even. Brought him over from France.
We're using the same.
And he was in a hurry to get here, so he came on a visitor's visa instead of a work visa. And we spent the next 8 months getting him a green card.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So, where did you get into? When did your épée refereeing really? When did that part of your life begin?
I had always enjoyed fencing épée in the club with the guys and so forth. And then my next fencing master was Mel North.
What was he like?
Great coach. If he kept his mouth shut, everything was wonderful.
Absolutely.
So he made me take saber lessons.
But he didn't marry you?
Oh,
good.
I'm too tall.
Okay. So after that, Mel North. So when did the refereeing start?
In that same kind of time period. In Colorado, for example, or in any of the Midwestern area, if you competed, you also refereed, because that was part and parcel of what we did. So, you know, you kind of got better, or they booted you out. So I got better. And then I decided that I wanted to fence épée, because it was now becoming the thing to do. And so not only fencing it, but refereeing. So they had the Women's Western Classic in California, in Northern California. And then in 1979, we brought the Western Women's Classic and the Nationals together in the same venue at the same time. And I fenced it, as well as being the chair of the balcony.
So that set you on your new path, though, with the épée refereeing.
Yeah. So very colorful history.
Very colorful. Well, thank you for your time.
You are certainly welcome.
Gerrie Baumgart, our most famous international referee in épée.
Oh, no.